I'm Guy Fieri, and we're rolling out, looking for America's greatest diners, drive-ins, and dives. This trip,
Outstanding.
we're getting big-time bites
I don't know how to break this down.
of some serious flavor.
That's right, Alice.
On the outskirts of Queens, New York,
Oh, my gosh.
the Where Are We joint,
Never seen anything like this.
serving up real-deal Vietnamese
I could eat this thing till my head falls off.
in Manhattan's East Village.
Activate the proteins.
One chef channels another
Is that you?
Yes.
for an out-of-bounds take on a classic.
It really is a dynamite burger.
And in Eureka, California, the down-home spot
I don't know how to attack it with a chainsaw, a canoe paddle.
where the oven is always the answer.
You're gonna make a mess.
Is that what we're gonna go
Yeah, you're just going to.
That's all right here, right now, on Triple D. I'm here in Ridgewood, Queens. Now, I'm about 1,000 miles away from downtown Manhattan. Actually, I'm only 5 miles away, but it seems like I'm way out here. I mean, I'm into this industrial park. We've got a scrap metal joint there. We got a concrete plant over here. They say, Guy, why are you so far out? Listen, I hear they got a joint with the bomb Vietnamese food. This is Bunker.
Shrimp going out.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
And the food, it just hits my heart, you know. I love it.
Here's your traditional bun xiao.
It's like you're eating in Vietnam.
Central Vietnam, to be exact, where Chef Jimmy Too's mom and dad were raised.
Cha Ga going out.
In 2013, he took what his mama taught him and tricked out a menu loaded with Vietnamese street food.
We got about 5 minutes on these pork chops.
The grilled pork chops here are absolutely incredible.
It is my favorite.
All right, so what are we gonna make?
A marinade for the sonong sa.
Sonong sa.
Yeah. Lemongrass grilled pork.
Okay.
We got garlic, Thai chili peppers,
Okay.
lemongrass, shallots.
And this is all just for the marinade.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put it in here and hit it with the mortar pestle.
Yeah.
So breaking this down. So this is really opening it up, bringing all that flavor out.
Now we're gonna put it in a bowl. And to this, we're gonna add sea salt,
Sugar.
fish sauce, canola oil, and this is a Chinese XO sauce. It's like a Chinese barbecue sauce. Stir that up.
You marinate a seat cushion and that tastes great.
So now we'll cut the pork loin. This is a Berkshire pork loin. I like to use good ingredients.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, so right in here to the marinade.
Yeah. Get that mixed in there.
7 to 8 hours.
Yep.
Killer.
Marinated pork chops go on the grill for about 5 minutes.
Now you can see all the fibers of that lemongrass sticking to the pork.
Plate this pork chop right here. Scallion oil. Crispy pork skin. And egg right.
Don't pop that yolk. Out of bounds. This is tender, super flavorful, juicy, rich. You get in some of these pickled veg, a little garlic. That really is, without question, one of the best pork chops I've ever had. I could eat this thing till my head falls off.
Here's your Sunung Sa.
A little bit crunchy on the outside, tender on the inside, seasoned perfectly.
Just running your egg over the top, slices through it like butter. Oh my God, just delicious.
Beef going out.
It's the type of food that you come here and you eat and you're thinking about it all week.
It's that kind of obsession that makes this place a pilgrimage worth making.
I like it for the quaint view of the scrap metal. What was here before you?
When we started here, we were doing boutique seafood distribution,
Okay.
hence the weird location. But then Sandy hit us. We got flooded.
Here?
Yeah, it was a mess. When we
Really?
Yeah, it was
So you
empty.
came in, you built this out.
I always wanted to do, Vietnamese street food.
So while the flooded building became the inspiration for the name, the menu is pure comfort. We're talking lemongrass short ribs, caramelized shrimp, or this dish that comes with a fanatical following.
The crispy crepe changed my life.
What's the first thing we're gonna make?
A bunch of batter.
Fire it up.
We got rice flour, turmeric, sea salt, water. It's very simple. Once that's nicely mixed, and our scallions.
That's it.
That's it. Let this pan hot, add a little oil. This is heritage bacon that's smoked, combine it with shrimp.
I like that you're cooking hot, dude.
Now we add the batter.
Nuts. That rice flour falls underneath the oil in the bacon fat, and it's just soaking it up at the same time. Whoa. Easy on the egg.
Trying to cut down over there. You go. That's plenty.
We add some bean sprouts. This looks good. Fold it over.
Never seen anything like this.
Trim this off.
And this is how it gets served on the bamboo board?
Yeah.
Okay, so I load it up like this.
Yeah. Grab whatever herbs you
A little
want.
basil, a little mint.
Yep. Wrap it up.
Dip it like this.
Yep.
That is nuts. See, oh my gosh. I don't know how to break this down about what is more fantastic. This right here with the bacon and the scallions and the crispiness and the shrimp, that is wicked good, dude.
Bun shell going out.
It's crispy, but it's also soft. It's all melty.
The freshness of the bean sprouts, the savoriness of the bacon and the shrimp.
Bunker food has probably the best aspects of every Southeast Asian cooking cuisine out there.
I think if it's the last meal on Earth, I'm gonna have it right here.
I've eaten great food with this without question. It was dynamite. Excellent job.
Thank you, man.
Up next, oh, we have practically a whole duck and half of Idaho. We're headed over to Manhattan's East Village to put a buddy's claim
This burger is, in my opinion, the best hamburger in America.
to the test.
80-20.
70-30.
70-30. My kind of burger. I'm here in New York City in the East Village to check out a joint that I hear has this eclectic scratch-made menu. But better yet, it comes really highly recommended from a buddy of mine who is like a big shot burger aficionado. This is the Brindle Room.
Baked oysters.
Just melts in your mouth.
Duck confit poutine.
It's a hidden gem, one of the better meals you'll have in this area.
Mexican mufres.
And Chef Jeremy Spector's menu is keeping the interest level high. From pumpkin gratin and beer-battered pork belly to, get this, potato donuts.
That's totally Jeremy to do something crazy.
He's worked at some of the best restaurants in the city, and he wanted to give up all the cool flash and do a neighborhood joint where you could come and eat stuff you like, but push it a little bit into the edge.
But he's knocking it out of the park with a familiar classic, too.
Brindle Room burger, medium with Americans.
It is the best burger I've ever eaten.
So the buddy I told you about really is a big shot burger aficionado, and that's this guy, Josh Wazerski.
This burger, the Brindle Room, is, in my opinion, in my professional opinion, the best hamburger in America.
And it all starts with a high-end grind. This is for burger.
This and this outer cap is for burger.
So you got a big bone-in prime rib here. Pull off all that beautiful fat, mix it here with this big piece of chuck.
Yes. A little bit of extra fat, and that's it. Nothing weird.
80-20.
70-30.
70-30.
It's a lot of fat.
My kind of burger.
So I'm gonna mix this up by hand. I'm just gonna activate the proteins just a little bit.
Activate the proteins.
Everybody makes their burgers differently. Some people don't pack them at all. Some people pack them lightly. We pack them a little bit medium.
Okay.
I have this pipe here. Put that on top. And we'll form our burger. It's only about 6 ounces.
Okay.
There's our patty right there.
How are we gonna cook this?
Salt, pepper, just a drop of oil, cast iron skillet.
Fire it up, dude. Super hot, both sides.
We have American cheese. We're gonna add a little bit of caramelized onions on there. Toasted bun.
And the 2 pickles?
Just to garnish.
And that's all she wrote?
That's it.
No tomato, no?
No tomato, no lettuce. Just a very pedestrian bun.
It's only 6 ounces, but it's very meaty, very rich. The bun works out fantastic. Caramelized onions are nice, a little sweetness to it. The crust that you build from that screaming, smoking hot cast iron skillet. I like the juiciness of it, the cheese melting into it. I don't know. It really is a dynamite burger.
The first time I bit in that burger, I was amazed.
It tastes unlike any other burger in New York.
I think it's really juicy and really excellent.
He's been cooking since he's 7 years old. His food has always been delicious.
And while he's picked up skills cooking everywhere from Cali to London to Food Network's Chopped, he's also drawing a little inspiration from a late 70s sitcom.
So, talk to me about Mel's Diner, baby.
That's our buddy, Mel Sharples, the old school cook on the TV show Alice.
Mean. Opinionated.
Yeah.
Kind-hearted, though.
Yes.
Love people. Is that you?
Yes.
And when we come back,
Here's your duck confit poutine.
he's gonna show us just how much.
What are you doing serving duck poutine?
I'll serve whatever I want. And
That's right,
when I
Alice.
want.
At the Brindle Room in the East Village of Manhattan, Chef Jeremy Spector has created a menu of rockin' American favorites
Killer burger.
Killer burger.
Killer burger.
to go with some international comfort classics.
Here's your duck confit poutine.
A high-end version of the Canadian favorite.
It's delectable and savory. It's like the perfect combination of food.
Are you from Canada?
No,
From France?
not quite.
What are you doing serving duck poutine?
I'll serve whatever I want. And
That's right,
when I
Alice.
want. Yeah.
So what are we gonna make?
We're gonna make our jus for our duck confit poutine.
Okay, let's get after this.
First, I'm gonna add my roasted chicken bones, roasted carrots,
Mirepoix,
roasted
got it.
onions, celery. Now I'm gonna add my brown chicken stock.
So we're gonna cook this down.
Yes, we're gonna strain it, and then we're gonna further reduce it so we get like a really thick,
Gravy.
flavorful gravy.
Dig it. Okay, break it down.
All right, I got my Long Island duck right here.
And are we saving this skin?
So the skin, we're gonna render down for the duck confit.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out the leg.
Okay.
So I have my duck carcass. We're gonna make this a stock.
Got it.
Get it out of the way. Legs for confit right here.
Great.
And I have a few more already done. Next, I'm going to add cinnamon, bay leaf, whole garlic, a little bit of orange rind, whole black peppercorns, shallots, thyme, sage, and rosemary, and salt. This is gonna sit overnight.
So we're gonna do kind of a dry brine.
Exactly.
Bring it out, hit it with the duck fat, fill it up, go to the oven. And when we roast it in the oven with the duck fat,
250 for 3 hours.
250 for 3 hours.
So this is our finished confit.
Cooled down, yes.
Cooled down. We're gonna pull the confit, save the fat, and when I fry my French fries,
Yes.
that's gonna go in it.
Drop a little in there. Gotcha.
I'm gonna pull the meat.
Look at that.
It's nice and tender.
Gorgeous. Oh, that's tasty. A little that orange peel coming through, a little cinnamon. Outrageous, my friend. Okay, next step.
So we got our duck in a pan. We're gonna put our jus in. I'm gonna let that heat up. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, and I'm gonna add the slurry at the
You will go with the slurry. Got it.
All right, so we have our hand-cut fries.
Nice.
We got our duck skin in here. We are going to toss in our cheese curds. Toss it. The trick is that you layer everything. So each bit has cheese curds, it has French fries, and it has duck and sauce. So we're gonna put a little bit down, top it off with another layer of French fries and cheese curds.
Duck skin, nice.
And finally, one more layer of sauce and duck. Finish with parsley.
And that's all she wrote.
That's it.
Well, we have practically a whole duck and half of Idaho. This is out of bounds. I gotta tell ya, This is ridiculous. The way you confit your duck with the peel and the garlic and the shallots and putting all this together with the hand-cut fries and the cheese curds, and look at the creaminess of this. It's outrageous.
Every aspect of that dish works.
It's salty, it's cheesy, it's gooey, crunchy with the fries, like all my favorite things on one plate.
I love this place.
Excellent job.
Coming up,
This is mushroom mayhem.
we're headed to Eureka, California, where a brick oven spot
And into the magic oven.
is turning up some serious heat.
That is outstanding.
So I've been wanting to shoot diners, drive-ins, and dives up here in Northern California for a long time. And when I say Northern California, I'm talking about my hometown area of Humboldt County. Now, a few years ago, I was at this joint enjoying their wood-fired oven and their use of local ingredients. I knew one day I'd be back. This is Brick and Fire.
Oysters are ready.
And the food is always amazingly fresh.
A lot has to do with Jim.
Brick Bird for you.
Jimmy is probably the best chef in Humboldt County. He has a little garden across the street, and I know that that's going to wind up on my plate, and I'm very happy.
That's music to the ears of owner and chef Jim Hughes, because it's the bounty of Humboldt County that sealed the deal back in 2010.
Walked in the door, and instantly I knew that this was the spot I've been looking for years.
Seriously?
Yeah, and we opened 4 weeks after that.
He's turning out everything from fresh seafood
Order up cedar plank salmon.
to unique veggie dishes like the grilled romaine Caesar.
When they first opened, I would obsess about it.
But it's this bestseller that sums up Jimmy's commitment to local.
The mushroom cobbler.
Stuffed with at least a half dozen wild mushrooms.
It's very tasty, and I could probably eat 2 or 3 of them.
What are we on to now?
Now we're gonna do the wild mushroom cobbler. So first we're gonna do is start off soaking some dried wild mushrooms. Porcini, chanterelles, morels in there, and some dried shiitakes. Just gonna cover that with enough water.
So dried mushrooms first. So let these steep and
Yeah.
rehydrate. And how long?
About 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. While that's working, what's up?
Start at the base of the cobbler here. Olive oil, chopped shallots, and onions.
Okay, so sweat down the shallots and the onions?
Exactly. Now I'm gonna add some cold butter and the mushrooms that we roasted in the brick oven.
Fresh oyster,
Yeah.
creminis.
Got the mushrooms in there now, stewing in the butter. And we can add in some sherry vinegar.
Now we come in with the dehydrated mushrooms that we reconstituted.
Yep, chop them up fine.
This is mushroom mayhem.
And then just for some more mushroom, we take dried porcini mushrooms.
Yes.
Put them in the coffee grinder.
There we go.
Powder.
There, because if we don't have enough mushroom flavor, we're gonna inject it.
That's right. And a little fresh thyme. Let that reduce down. Water.
The steeping juice
Yeah,
from the,
yeah,
yes.
Sure, that's full of flavor.
A little heavy cream. And a little
And a
recipe.
little salt and pepper.
Excellent. And it all comes together with the help of Jimmy's enormous wood oven. How hot is this thing?
Well, it starts at about
700,000 degrees. Now we're gonna make the biscuit.
Yep. All-purpose flour, salt, sugar, baking powder.
Okay.
Got a little mix, milk, melted butter, and cheese.
That's all she wrote.
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Just lay them out.
Yeah. Now our biscuits will go in the oven about 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. So we take our cobbler mix that we made, just fill up a ramekin with nice hot mushrooms, biscuit, a little parm.
And into the magic oven.
Yep.
Just to where the cheese will melt.
Yeah, we're getting a little brown color. All right. A little Humboldt green to hold it in place. A little parsley.
I don't know to attack it with a chainsaw, a canoe paddle.
You're gonna make a mess.
Is that what we're gonna go with?
Yeah, you're just going to.
That is outstanding.
The depth of the oyster, the chanterelle, and the portobello, and the cremini. It goes on and on. Cooking down the shallots, the caramelized onions, get that sweetness coming through. Then texturally, the biscuit. For anybody that says they're not a mushroom fan, that would be.
Mushroom cobbler.
It's super rich, super decadent.
It's delicious.
If you were blindfolded and you had to do a taste test, you could tell what's coming from the brick oven.
Chef, awesome job. Turn off the cameras, close the doors, get some wine, make some more.
So that's it for this road trip, but don't worry, we got plenty more joints to find all over this country. I'll be looking for you next time on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Look at this. Look at the beautiful caramelized Maillard-flavored crust that goes from edge to edge. Then,
hey, time out. Did he just use Maillard on Triple D? All right, back to you, Mr. Maillard.